Good evening, everyone, and happy Friday nights. So I hope you have all had a wonderful week. I know I have, and we have been having beautiful weather up here in New Hampshire. I am here tonight to talk to you about leadership. And as I've been putting this together and having so many different thoughts, I just can't help but think about the leadership that's going on, or lack thereof, in this world right now. And I just want to express my sadness and send love to everyone around the world, whether it's Israel, Ukraine, everywhere else, even in the United States, where really people are suffering at the hands of people who are supposed to be leaders, but they're not. And it really started prompting me to think about, what is leadership? The word leader has many uses, many meanings. People say that word all the time. There's no one meaning that's more right than another. But for me, the important distinction is whether or not you're using that word as a noun or as an adjective that describes a way of being, a way of showing up in the world. To me, the most important characteristic of leadership greatness is kindness. And I know that sounds woo-woo or whatever, oh yeah, kindness, but it's true. Great leaders who can serve, who can bring people to success inside of a common purpose, are people who show up with kindness, with compassion, with empathy. Not 100% all day, every day, but as a general way of who they are and how they are serving in their communities. A few days ago, I had a conversation with somebody, and she asked me, she said, Jen, what do you think is the number one key that will dictate success in the future in veterinary medicine? And what's interesting is, what came to my mind was not, who can see the most patients, who can, get the best deals on medicines and whatever. What came to my mind was, the people who will be successful, and not just in veterinary medicine, in any business, is going to be those who learn how to lead. And learning how to lead means learning how to be kind. It means learning how to have compassion for people and tolerance, and to set an example. And when people are screwing up, or people are having a bad day, or even when you're having a bad day, or the leader is having a bad day, is still bringing a level of kindness and tolerance and allowing people their humanity, because people are the rate limiting step. I know it's that way in veterinary medicine. I see it in restaurants. I see it everywhere. People are the rate limiting step to business. We can't find people. And people are getting sick and tired of toxicity. They're burning out, big time burning out in my profession, but everywhere. They're done. They don't want to be treated like shit anymore. So if you're in a position of, I will say, a position of management, because leader as a noun is a position, it does not mean that a person is actually a good leader. It just means they were given a position and a title. When you have a leader as an adjective, leadership as a context, a framework to live, a framework to show up every day inside of, it means you were focused on serving, focused on what do they need? What does our common purpose need? What do I need? Win, win, win. Not sacrifice them so that we can get things done. Not, sacrifice myself for everyone else. It's, how does this work for everyone? And we treat people with respect. We treat people with kindness. That's where people are going to want to go. And if for no other reason, to be kind, it's to be successful, so that you can have the winning formula. Yeah, you still have to focus on the bottom line, and no matter what you're doing. Now, the bottom line isn't always money. You, whoever you are listening right now, are a leader. So if you're listening, you're like, oh, well, that doesn't apply to me. If you are a parent, a coach, a teacher, a helpful neighbor, a friend, an aunt, an uncle, you're a leader. Because every day you show up and you give thoughts, you give opinions, you set an example of how to be. You're leading. We're all leaders. So the question is, how do you want to show up inside of that? And you are the leader of your life. What do you want that to look like? Do you want to take control of that? Do you want to create it to be powerful? Do you want to create it to be fun and happy? You're the leader. You get to say. So I just had so many thoughts about that. I wanted to share because sadly, I think leadership is really lacking in so many areas right now, especially, top level world leadership right now is atrocious. But really, as we go down even into our own communities, you see people at school board meetings and they're fighting and it's like everybody just needs to stop. It's never going to work. It's never going to be successful. So I just offer this to you as just something to consider. When you're out there and you're leading your family, leading your work, doing whatever you do, just stop and think before you send that text, before you, whatever you're going to, that little jab, just think, what would it look like to bring kindness here right now? For no other reason than you choose to do it. And see what happens, see what shows up. So a lot of my focus inside of my coaching is around something called energy leadership. And it is so incredibly powerful because it allows us to take a look at how we are thinking, feeling, behaving inside of the context of energy levels. And with that, we can start to choose how we're gonna have all of that happen. Therefore, the outcomes and the success and the things in life, the relationship, the friendships, the health, the working out, the home, whatever it is that you want to create for your life that maybe you don't even think is possible. It is possible. So those are my thoughts for tonight. Thank you for listening. Visit my website, drjenniferedwards.com. And as always, I invite you to download my free ebook on happiness. It's called 3 Keys to Rediscovering Joy and Happiness in Your Life and Career. And that will have you join my email list. And I send out articles. That's pretty much all I do with it. So have a great weekend, and I wish you all good night. Bye.